We are live.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Ask Junior portion of the show for the Dale Jr. Download, and we're thankful for all your support of all of our social media handles and obviously following us here at YouTube and watching all the great stuff we're creating. Hope you're having a great day and a great week. Andrew is here. He's got your questions from Xfinity Racing on Twitter. And let's get going.
Yeah, this first question is from Anna. She saw that you were at an antique market, I guess, or last week. Yeah. Did you get anything good from there?
A couple of records.
Nice.
It's funny, man. I went in there. I was a little hungover. And so you walk into an antique market, man. This is the indoors. They got all the squares for each little store, or maybe a little roughly the size of this table, maybe twice the size of this table. There's hundreds of them in this building. This is an old mill, the Burlington factory in Mooresville. I think that was the Burlington factory. But it's this giant, like a size of a Walmart, and it's just full of these little stores. And every store has something different. There's a lot of diecast. There's a lot of records, but there's also a lot of knick-knack home stuff, right? Old country sort of pieces that you might repurpose and use for decorations and knickknacks around your house. I don't know. But Amy was looking for a couple of old doorknobs for the Western Town, and I was just kind of she just asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, hell yeah. My wife asked me to go somewhere. Let's go. I'm riding with you.
And I don't have to work out or do anything like core class or
right.
freezing chambers.
Yeah. So so we went, and yeah, I've been kind of working on this little record collection I've been talking about. But I was walking around in there, and I was like, oh, first thing I saw, first store with records, I was like, oh, these are cool. Oh, Boz Scaggs. I got to get this Boz Scaggs record's good. I'll get that one. And so bought a couple records. But as, kind of hung over a little bit. And so I got like 20 minutes into walking around and following Amy, looking for these doorknobs. And I'm thinking, damn, I don't really want these records. I could probably, I don't really know if I want to buy these records. They're only like $5 a piece, but I was just thinking, man, I'm carrying these things around. Do I really want these? But then I was so far from that other booth that I was like, I ain't going to go over there and put them back, right?
Right. Convenient.
Yeah, that's right.
Convenient.
I'm not going to stick them in this other guy's booth. Because there's so many. Because when I got to walking around, I was like, well, damn, there's records everywhere. Right now, I'm like thumbing through all of it. I'm like, I'm getting down this rabbit hole. I'm going to walk out of here with like an arm full of records. And then it got really good when we get toward the door to leave, and there's these booths with all of the retro toys.
Oh.
Man, I could have stood there for another hour. I had like a second burst of energy. And I'm standing there looking at all of these toys. So like the original Rock'em Sock'em. The football games with the metal, the vibrating football games where the players like shaking around on the little metal.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Of course, Andrew's looking at me.
I might not know what you're talking about.
No,
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
So these are like 1970s toys, right? Or even earlier, but I remember them. I played with them. So they had those in the box. And it's like, yeah, it's missing this piece or missing that piece. But for the most part, I mean, this stuff is like marked $200, $600.
Whoa.
Oh, geez.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. It was like, there was some high prices. And so, but which, I mean, you're looking at it and you're like, okay, vibrating football game, both teams, everything's there, all the toys, all the parts, $600. I mean, I don't know, somebody will buy that. But anyways, these little booths were full of toys, and you're like, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. They had the WWF wrestling ring.
Yeah. With
the Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
And, I had that ring, and I had at least 16 wrestlers. I mean, they made them all, right?
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah. I remember my Roddy Piper, like the color, his peeling off his shirt and stuff. I just remember that for whatever reason, right? His shirt, the white. Anyways, so what other toy? They had so many toys. They had this. They had these two cars that you could run them into each other, and the parts would fly off, and and it had a little T-handle that had gears on it. You drive that T-handle down through the cars, and you'd pull it out, and the cars would run, and you'd set them on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Run them into each other.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a motorcycle that did that.
Yeah, like the Evel Knievel had the same sort
That's
of
right.
T-handle gear thing. And so all of them are like missing T-handles.
Oh,
so,
well,
but
it's a
anyway,
deal breaker.
Yeah, but it's like,
They have G.I. Joes?
oh yeah,
man.
yeah, of course they had those.
I love
And baseball cards, man. I was
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh man, I was okay, where's the most expensive ones? What do we have here?
Mm-hmm.
And then they had unopened boxes of 1987 tops, and you're like, hey, there's gum in there. I'm telling you, all of these unopened boxes, and you're like, don't you remember? Oh, you don't remember.
I
You
do.
remember like
It's all
getting an unopened box of like
Yeah.
90 Fleer or 98, or 87 tops or 83 tops, and just like, what's in there? Every pack.
Every pack. Yeah.
And now-
and you get that one guy in every pack. Right?
Barry
Like-
Bonds.
Right. Well,
Now-
I would have loved it to have been Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was like.
I got a lot of 87 tops cards. I got a bunch.
Is that
of
the
those.
wood grained?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was for whatever reason. There was a lot of those for sale when I was collecting, and then there was a bunch at this market, and but I mean, okay, I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, okay, if you bought that box, would you open it? Do you leave it unopened?
This is the part that was always the dilemma about being a baseball card collector and why I could never
The
do
answer-
it. I would always want to. I would want to open it,
Right.
but you're not supposed to.
No, the answer, in 1992 when I was in school collecting this stuff, would be, yeah, you're gonna open it.
Of course.
Find out what's in there. But
Right.
now, all these years later, would you just leave that box sealed?
The value goes down if you're trying to resell it. You don't open it, but anyways. That's fun. The gum. If you thought it was like chewing cardboard back then, well,
Hey.
imagine what it would be like
So,
today.
yeah, so I used to collect baseball cards when I was 16, 17, when I was finishing up high school. And so that was probably 91, 92. And I was eating the gum out of the 87 boxes.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Me and you both.
It had this weird transition of, okay, a stick of gum turns into powder and then back into gum somehow. I don't know. Yeah, but it had this weird moment where it was powder for a little bit
Yep. Very powdery.
and then back to gum.
Right. It didn't care. It says it's coated with asbestos. Don't care. Got to chew it.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll have to go find some and try some just so I can relate.
Yeah.